What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So just a reminder, guys, let's try to be grateful about one thing in our life. It could be something small, like you're able to watch this video. You have your eyes, you have your ears. Just be grateful for something. It's always good to remind yourself about that. Maybe not every day, but at least once a week, be grateful about something. It makes you feel better as well. And then you'll realize there's actually a lot of things to be grateful about. So let's take a look at the daily chart for MicroStrategy. It did bounce off the trend line yesterday. Today, it's a little indecision going on, even though it was down because this bar is inside of the prior bar's range, highs and lows. So it's kind of indecision, which can lead to more sideways trading in the future. As you can see here, price is trading at the same level as was back in November 2024 on the 11th. So we have December 11th, which is 1 month, and January 11th, which is 2 months. February 11th will be 3 months of sideways trading. So again, MicroStrategy basically been dead for the past couple of months. Obviously, it has been pretty volatile. But if you went on vacation from this point and you came back now, it would be at the same point again. So nothing really changed in the grand scheme of things. It's just been volatile and correcting sideways. So I'm not expecting anything crazy to happen until we see probably a decent bottom. As right now, the market is just not sure. We have to wait for some sort of imbalance going on. As right now, we have a bullish trend line in play. We have a bearish trend line in play. We have a range pattern in play. So, I mean, it's just not a strong, I don't see strong indicators on the chart telling me which way it can go. I mean, more than likely, it probably drops down lower just because of how Bitcoin looks right now. But just as easily as well, it can go up higher. So it's kind of a coin toss right now. We don't know which way it's going. Most likely it's going to go up over the long term, but in the short term, it's just a coin toss. A lot of sideways trading. We have a converging pattern going on between these two trend lines. You can see the price is getting pinched, and eventually it's going to break out lower. If it does break out lower, there's the measurement target at the 240 level. If it breaks out higher, I'm looking for the 446 and then the prior all-time high. So let's go ahead and mark that right now. So this is the 446 level, 445 level. Let's drag it up right around there. And then obviously the prior all-time high is always a good target as well. This is obvious. Everyone can see that on their chart. So if we break out higher, those are my two targets. If we break down lower, that's my target, the 240 level. I'm just not sure. I mean, I don't think anybody's pretty sure right now where it's headed. I mean, you can't be because it's just trading sideways. The EMA is pretty flat right now. We're converging between two trend lines. We have this range pattern going on. So it's just not sure. I mean, seeing a lot of indecision in the market. We have to wait and see for a imbalance going on. And I think this might drag out probably till February. I just don't see some sort of catalyst driving up the price right now. There's an earnings report coming out early February. But generally, earnings report, in this case, is probably not going to do much. You can see that, in the prior earnings reports, it didn't really lead to, huge price movements. Maybe a slight dump or a pump, but not anything crazy. So I'm not expecting this to do anything. Not every earnings report is going to drive up the price a large amount or drive down the price a large amount. Sometimes the market is just already going to price it in. It won't be anything. So I'm not expecting a crazy anything to happen on the earnings report. It depends on where price is related to when the earnings report comes out. So for example, if price is dumping hard at the support level, the measurement target, and earnings comes out, then they'll probably send up price higher because that's what the price was forecasting anyway. If we are pumping up higher like crazy and earnings report comes out, it's probably going to dump the price because that's what the price is forecasting. So they're just going to use that earnings report to drive around the price where they think where they want it to go anyway. So I'm not expecting anything crazy to happen on that earnings report unless we see extremes occur on the price. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy in the daily chart. I would expect more sideways trading, more indecision. If we do break down lower, I gave you my target. If we do break out higher, I give you my target. But the thing is, you can't be just, bullish every day because, it's not doing anything. And you can't be bearish every day either because it's not doing anything either. It's very neutral right now. The market's pretty balanced. We have to wait for a imbalance between buyers and sellers. So let's take a look at the log scale. And there's one thing I'm going to show you guys, and it'll make a lot more sense. So let's go and clear all the drawings. So this is the log scale on the weekly chart. You can see that long-term price is in an uptrend, and now it's in a correction state. So we had this prior trend line right here. And then what price did is it went inside of a sharper trend line or a channel. So you can draw a trend line off the swing lows. If you drag the same line up at the same angle to the prior high, this is a perfect fitting channel, as you can see here. You can see that price at the top here, and then it hit the next top right there. So if you drag that line up to this high, we got rejected from the same high. And now market structure states that when price hits one side of a channel, it will work its way to the opposite side. Now, where do you think price is going? If we hit the bottom, we went to the top. Now we hit the top, it's going to the bottom, and that's right around that measurement target of 240. So I think that's what the market's doing. It's correcting sideways. A lot of times when price is in a channel, like for example, let's say we have this channel right here. Sometimes the correction will be sharp and really quick like this, or sometimes it'll be weak and then eventually get to the opposite side of the channel and then rally. That makes sense. So sometimes you'll see sideways correction, and sometimes you'll see a sharp correction down. I mean, it's more favorable to see the sharp one because it's quicker, so you don't have to this doesn't have to drag out. For example, this one right here, this correction lasted about 189 days. With holidays, obviously, or excuse me, with weekends. So about half a year. Let's see, yeah, about half a year of just sideways trading. So again, how long is this going to take? Well, let's take it from the high to where it can probably go. Maybe another, maybe up until late February, early March. It depends how quickly it goes down. If it takes forever, it might be till May. If it just continues trading sideways the way it's been going, that would be until like early May, late April. If it happens sooner, maybe mid to late February, early March. So again, we're just in a correction, and it's taken forever. And this chart does make a lot of sense. When you look at it this way, it makes a lot of sense that we just hit the top side of the channel. It's working its way to the bottom, and it's working its way to the bottom in two different ways, either quickly or taking its time. And as right now, it's choosing taking its time path instead of quickly. So that's all I have for which is actually pretty strong anyway, because if price drops down quickly, there's not always the chance that it moves up higher, because sometimes it might just have already topped. But when it's doing this, it's more likely we do continue higher. Either way, I'm expecting long-term targets to be reached. I have a measurement move target of 1,500 to 1,600. That will be about maybe in July. If I were to give a time frame, sometime in July is possible. Sometime in summertime, 1,600. And then I do have a longer-term target of about 4,000. So you take a measure move at this level right here, because this target was already reached. One leg up right here, second leg up. Oh, we already reached that target right there. So that's why we're seeing also a big correction take place as of right now. But I was looking at this target right here. This is all one large leg up. Depending how you do it, this is probably on one leg up right here. Second leg up, this target was reached. And now we can combine these two legs to form one large leg. You drag it down to this correction, and that's targeting right around the $4,000 level. So 4,300 may be the top for this cycle. Might be the next maybe the next cycle, or this cycle, depending on what happens at the $1,500 target is first. But I think that's a good chance of getting there, because look at what happens. If price continues to play this pattern out, this channel pattern, we hit the lows, we went up to the highs, we hit the lows, we went up to the highs, we hit the highs, we went up to the lows. Now, if we hit the lows, we go up to the highs, where does that take you? Right up to the, 4 digits, right up to the $1,000 level and beyond. So waiting for this correction to play out, probably not anytime soon. And that's all I have for MicroStrategy in the daily weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.